Hey folks, Dolph and Dale here. I don't know if you can see these little ears here, but I got Aretha here. She's helping me, or aggravating me, or a little of all that. I don't know what's going on, but it's been a minute. But we're both glad to be back here. And yeah, life gets in the way sometimes. Yesterday, a buddy of mine from high school, Todd Sheen, came up with his son Henry, and we hit a bunch of different shops. I've got some stuff to show you that I picked up, but it was just a really good day. And it's always, the real treat is always getting to spend time with dear friends, especially when life seems to be kicking you down a little bit. Just hanging out with buddies, especially lifelong buddies that, Todd's like a brother. We've known each other since 8th grade. So yeah. What is going on, Aretha? What is going on? I think with cats, what I've learned is that when you start talking to the camera, they think you're talking to them. I guess is that what's going on? Boy, you're getting a wild look in your eye. Okay, so where did we go? So we started with Wingstop. Henry wanted to go there and get something to eat. I thought, okay, I'm not really into hot wings, especially hot wings, but I can get me a chicken sandwich. I'm sure, and sure enough, they had chicken sandwiches, and I got the Parmesan chicken sandwich. It was really good. Then we also hit the Great Escape. Which is pop culture store, but it's a lot of records, a lot of CDs, and I got a whole stack of CDs. Got a couple books there too, and then we hit Better Days Records and Louisville Shop of Horrors, because Todd has an encyclopedic knowledge of horror movies, and Henry's right in there with them. And so then we went down after that, those two stops, we went down and hit the Fat Rabbit, and then hit Butcher. I'll put it right down here in a subtitle, because it's like Butcher Block. That isn't right. Some kind of butcher bookshop. It specializes in horror books. Then from there we hit Guest Room Records, and finally went and got shakes at the Dizzy Whiz. So it was a great day. And let's start by I'm not going to go in order of stores, because I just want to show. I'm going to show books, CDs, and then records. Okay? And so let's start with the books. Both books came from The Great Escape. The first one is Amy Grant. My life, what is it? Mosaic Pieces of My Life So Far. Of course, Amy's one of the first Christian artists I ever heard of. And definitely a big part of the 80s. Though I tend to like as much, I like all of her stuff, but I typically like the more acoustic stuff, like Lead Me On. That was the name of that record, right? The second album I picked up was the one that really got me excited. Johnny Cash. This is Walking on Fire. Man, this thing has got a ton of great pictures. Kind of reminds me a little, if it was a little bigger in size, it reminded me of some of the Martin Popoff books, but there's just lots of great pictures. Very well done. So always excited about and Johnny Cash, and it only cost me $5. So the first bunch of CDs that I got were from The Great Escape. Someone must have got rid of a CCM, Contemporary Christian Music collection, because there was a lot of that in what I picked up. A little gospel, a little country, and some rock. But yeah, they were some great CDs. I think most of them were like $2. So first CD is Coram DO2. A lot of great artists on this that I like. Margaret Becker, I'm a huge fan. CeCe Winans, Steve Green, Charlie Peacock, Bob Carlyle of Allies is on here, and he's got such a fantastic voice, and yeah, just an incredible singer. And so I picked this up. The next album is Mandisa, True Beauty. I know she just recently passed. Man, I hate that. She's got such a great voice. This is one that I just spun. It's the only one I've spun so far. Such a talent. And such a shame that she's passed. Yeah, just tragic. Got Rob Frazier, Retrospective. This is kind of a greatest hits, I guess, and I probably have most of the stuff on here, but I thought I'd pick it up anyway. Worst case scenario, I send it to somebody on Urgent Records. Frazier's great songwriter. He was in Petra early on, and I'm not sure how many people probably know that. Next is Mark Farner, Closer to Home. This may not stay in my collection. It's a greatest hits album. Lots of great stuff on here. Lots of great musicians contributed to this. But I've got all the albums. And I don't think there are any new cuts on here that weren't on previous albums. So will I keep it? I don't know. I might. Do like some Mark Farner. Got some John Fogerty. Revival. And yeah. So another one for the Fogerty collection. So you would think that my being an Eagles fan, and that was a band that both my mom and I loved, I'd have some Joe Walsh, but I don't. Well, I do now. Found So What? Ordinary Average Guy, and Analog Man. And so got the beginnings of a pretty cool Joe Walsh collection. Fantastic guitarist. And yeah. So that was cool. But probably the two CDs that really caught my eye and I'm excited about, Willie Nelson. We've got A Horse Called Music. Kind of a unique cover. And we've got Willie Nelson, Born for Trouble. Love some Willie Nelson. And Yeah, so that was a pretty good CD haul at The Great Escape. To round out the CDs, these came from the Fat Rabbit, and I picked up Iris DeMint, The Way I Should. And one thing I was pretty sure of when I picked it up and was confirmed when I looked at the liner notes, there is a cameo backing vocal from Russ Taff. So, glad to pick that up. The other one has a little less direct of a Taff connection, but it's Kate Campbell, who I really like, and it's Moon Pie Dreams. And Russ's wife, Tori, was just recently named the, I guess it's Moon Pie Queen for the upcoming Bell Buckle Festival down in Tennessee, where it's their hometown. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Moon Pie Queen and R.C. Cola King. And so that made me think of her too. But Kate Campbell is a wonderful artist. And so glad to pick that up. Man, it's sealed. Still got the hype sticker on it. How about some vinyl? So this first stack of vinyl came from Guest Stream Records. It was out of their bargain bin up front. And let's see here. We got some Poco, Blue and Gray. And I've never seen this album before, but I thought I'd give it a shot. It looked pretty good. And, of course, we got Rusty Young, Steve Chapman, Charlie Harrison, Kim Bullard. Got that RCA label. The, that iconic horse, that graphic design that Phil Hartman, the late Phil Hartman, came up with. You know, working on that Poco collection. How about some Andy Griffith? Got this here. And I'm guessing from that picture that it's probably a comedy album. But I looked at it and it looked pretty good. Capitol Records. Let's see anything. Well, it looks pretty shiny. So I've got a lot of hope for Andy Griffith. This double album from Truth, live, SRO. SRO being standing room only. Is it gatefold? Uh-oh. I didn't try to open it yesterday. Okay, it's got a little bit of damage to it, but still, I did look at the vinyl, and the vinyl's outstanding. Here it is on that Paragon. This the label, and it really doesn't look like it's been played. And of course, I've got this album, but anytime I see Heed the Call and it's in good shape, I'm going to rescue it. I haven't decided who this is going to yet, but yeah, gotta keep these albums in hands that are going to play them. Man, this looks really clean too. Yeah. The guy whoever had it put it in a lifetime protector. I don't think I've seen one of those before, but cool. And it did come with the lyric sheet. This last batch of records came from Better Days Records. The first one I found in Dollar Bin. And it's Tennessee Ernie Ford, Sing a Spiritual with Me. If you've watched this channel, you know in the past I have picked up, he has another album that I think might be Sing a Hymn with Me. And the front is like this, except it's brown, and it looks like a hymnal. Whereas this has got a book in the front of it as well. And then, so same principle. And I looked at the record, and the record looks pretty good on Capitol. And so, yeah, I'm extremely happy to get this, and we'll clean it up, and yeah, just it's a neat concept, and I'm glad to have this to go with the hymn album. So as much as I talk about Better Days Records on this channel, it's not like I actually work there. I just go in every now and then when we got big things going on and try to get some video content. And Ben has given me the privilege of picking out some heavy metal records to buy and put in the bins. And that's cool. That's been an interesting experience, but I'm not there that often. So I watch the Instagram account to see some of the things that are coming into the store. I can't recommend watching that Instagram account enough. It really is helpful. I saw both of these records first on the Instagram account. And I'm glad I did, because I've wanted a copy of this Grand Funk Railroad E Pluribus Funk. It is, this coin cover. Getting a copy where the coin looks pretty good, coin cover looks pretty good, and the vinyl looks good is kind of hard. And I'm not saying this is mint, but I don't know that you're going to find this cover much better these days. But I think it's a super cool cover. I'm a Mark Farner fan, so I'm glad to pick up Grand Funk stuff. And then there's the record that looks really good. It does. It looks good. So I'm pretty thrilled to have this. Got excited when I saw this album come across the account as well. And it is Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson, Songwriter, which is, I believe it's a movie that they were in. And in fact, because it says right there, TriStar Pictures. So, yeah. First, a little different look for Willie. And of course, I'm nuts about any cover that shows Trigger, his guitar. Let's get it out of that sleeve. There you go. Now there's a good look at it. Yeah. So, anyway, let's look at the record. Okay. It's on Columbia. And it looks really good. I'm not sure it's been played. Outstanding. Anyway, I think I did pretty good on that trip. I think I've got Okay. Um, okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing those records and books and CDs. And I think I gotta go pay attention to this little kitty. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope that you come back. Thank you for being here this time. And we'll catch you later. Have a great week. Until we see each other again, peace.